What's up, reader? I'm stoked that you're here to join me for yet another review inside Nattie's Nook. If you're new here, be sure to go check out my first review plus my channel intro just to get a little bit of insight into what we're all about here. If you're not new here, but you have missed a couple of reviews in the past few weeks, go and catch up on them, because I'm sure one of those might just become your new favorite novel. If you're not new here, you've watched all my reviews, you've liked all of them 100 times, you told everybody that you know, including your angry boss, about my channel, and you've subscribed at least 20 times. Okay, now I'm stalling. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the next look inside Nattie's Nook. Today's novel is called The Selection by Kira Cass. Now, to start off, this is the first book in a series, and while the fourth and fifth books of the series, there's 5 books total, aren't exactly really corresponding with the others, and you'll get what I mean, like, if you choose to read the book. But I would really suggest, if you want, like, the main plot line, read the first 3 and then kind of see if you want to read the 4th and 5th, because it's a very different style of a series. So anyways, with that in mind, this book has a 4.1 star rating on Goodreads, and it is your typical romance dystopian type of book. So I don't typically read a lot of romances, or I do. I can't say I don't read a lot of romances because I like them, but I have to be kind of selective with what I show to other people and recommend, for one. So this book, I promise you, I would not have told you about this book if I didn't think you would like it. So the Selection series is based on a character named America Singer, and she lives in a society with castes. So it's your typical dystopian, so your society isn't obviously like a democracy or even like a traditional monarchy, but it is kind of close. It's close but not close. So they live in a caste system to where, like, obviously the first caste is the royals or the monarchy, and then up to like caste 8 or 9, that's like your slums, really poor, possibly even homeless people. So America Singer, the main character, she lives in caste about maybe 4 or 5, and she's kind of like right in the middle. She doesn't have too much, she doesn't have too little. She's kind of right where she needs to be. And she's okay with where she's at, because she has a secret love named Aspen, and she kind of wants to get married. And she loves the people in her family. She kind of is okay with where she's at. But there's also this competition going on that her parents have encouraged her to take place in, and this is where the plot starts to take a curve. So another character that's really important in this book is Maxon. Prince Maxon, of whatever society they live in, I didn't catch the name, or maybe I just don't remember it, he is looking for a queen because he is set to inherit the throne. Now, of course, you don't just pick off a girl in, like, I don't know, caste 8 or 9, maybe, that, like, wants to be a princess, and it's like, okay, we'll just have you marry my son and we'll just have you rule the country. Not, obviously, that's not how that works. You have to go through some sort of filter, usually. So, in this case, the filter is called the selection. The selection is basically this big, giant competition, and it's basically picking 35 different girls based on some type of application that they submit, and randomly picking them to go and live at the castle and try and fall in love with the prince. Now, I know this sounds stupid. I promise you, I thought I was stupid at first too, because, like, who gets randomly picked to go and live at a castle and then, like, be forced to fall in love with a prince? Like, that doesn't seem like a great thing. Like, I would not want to do that. So, anyways, Maxon is trying to find a queen out of like 35 different girls, and pretty much 34 of the girls, like, they really, really want to be a princess. They're like, I totally want to marry this guy. But America's that one person that doesn't really want to be there. She's kind of there just because her parents wanted her to, and she just, like, needs the opportunity to, like, get her family more money. But she is picked to be one of the 35, and she's like, I'm just gonna try and get out of there as quickly as I can, like, resume my normal life, and, like, get my family on a stable financial pathway, and then, like, kind of jump off the boat and, like, let it keep sailing. So, anyways, she goes and lives at with the castle with, like, 34 other girls, and she's surprised when she starts to fall for Maxon, and Maxon starts to fall for her. And this is like the romance thing. It's kind of like, I kind of like to call it a love triangle, because this really is like a love triangle, and you'll see that start to form. It's really cute, I promise. So this is kind of one of those like awkward love triangle, like kind of suspense, but like not really, but like total romance novels that like you can't put down. So it's not like, so like somebody's like falling off the cliff and like will they be saved or not. It's like there's this like wicked dinner tonight, and like will she survive the dinner? And it's really cool. It's totally different. So full circling it around, the main question that's posed in the reader's mind is, will America choose to go back to the life that she always knew, possibly fall in love again with Aspen and marry him and just create a life with him? Or will she choose this new pathway, possibly explore possibilities with Maxon, and maybe try to carve out a place for herself in the royal family? So I kind of hinted maybe at a possible love triangle, and I encourage you to look at this novel because I promise it won't disappoint. Now, my notes are, one, I thought this really knocked my socks off. I really loved the witty banter and the dialogue. The author really did a good job of concealing what she didn't want me to see, but showing exactly what she wanted me to know. So I really liked that part where she knew exactly what she was doing, and like it felt like everything had its purpose, and although some things happened like and you didn't know why, you figured them out later. So anyways, I give this book a solid 5-star rating because I thought that the plotline is super interesting. I wouldn't expect that a romance dystopian book would have been this appropriate for young adult audiences, but a friend of mine has read this novel and she had the same outlook that I had, and she loved this novel, and she's my age, and obviously we had to take a look at this book before we read it, but seriously, this novel is totally a diamond in the rough. I would recommend this book for any audience that does want a different plot line with a little tiny twist on it. And I would also say that this book, you gotta give it a chance. I know it sounds a little skeptical, and I think it doesn't have to be for everyone. And I wouldn't even read this if you're not like 13 or 14, just because the content can be a little bit edgy for like lower tweens age maybe. But in the same sense of things, I really think if you give this novel a chance, you'll really like it. So with that being said, I recommend this book for any romantic diehards that want a really cute love triangle. If you like this video, please click the like button below as well as the subscribe button to show that you want me to keep posting these videos. If you're interested in recommending a book, and I say this to anybody who might be on the fence or might not even want to recommend a book, I'm sure you've got a favorite. If it's not one that I've already reviewed, I might not even know about it. So at least send me an email and follow the instructions on the very, very end of the video, just for a little bit of information and a couple tips into recommending some of your favorite reads. Even if it might not be featured on the channel, at least suggest a book so that maybe later in time it could be featured. Maybe just not now. As well as doing that, please share my videos. I know that there are a couple lonely bookworms out there that aren't watching these videos, that just want another really good novel, and I don't want to leave them unturned. So if you know anybody like that, or you know anybody that just doesn't really like to read, maybe it could turn their frown upside down. So share the videos with them and make sure they're informed, because one of my favorite reads could become one of their favorite reads. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate your support, and stay tuned for the next look inside the Nook.